Hi guys, welcome to Grey Dog FM. This is Dave Dog here. We're looking at our season review from 22-23. Yes, we won the FA Cup, but let's look back and see how we did it, what players we got in, and our makeup of this great season. So first of all, let's have a look at the players that we brought in, the new arrivals. So overall, really successful recruitment. We've got top of the average ratings, although only played 3 games and 4 subs. Agustin Alvarez Martin, really one for the future, 22-year-old Uruguayan striker from Penarol, cost us 7.25 million. He scored 2 goals in a cup match against Tottenham and really paid back some of his transfer fee. An average rating of 7.25, so as I say, one for the future, definitely a good signing. Axel Disasi, on loan from Monaco, but with a future fee agreed and a bargain. 35 games, more or less ever present, and 1 goal, but formed the rock of our defence with Pascal Strauch. A really good signing, an average rating of 7.16. Now for me, this was the best signing of them all. You can't beat goals. Taiwo Iwaniyi, signed in real life by Nottingham Forest, and it cost us 10 million from Union Berlin. Former youth player for Liverpool, went to Germany and played really well for Union Berlin. 25 years old, as I say, only cost us 10 million. 39 appearances and 2 subs, more or less ever present, but 25 goals in all and 7 assists. You can't beat that in for a first season. 25 goals, more than 1 in 2, and 7.15 is average. Then a backup goalkeeper, Dominik Livakovic, Croatian international, 28-year-old goalkeeper. Really had to keep him happy. A fantastic season by Meslier. He challenged all the way, which probably brought the better form out of Meslier. 9.25 million, played 14 games for us, mainly in the Cup, and was our Cup final goalkeeper, playing a really good game and helping us to beat Liverpool 1-0. 14 appearances and a 7.01 average. It could be that we may have to let him go next season. Just about kept him happy, but he's got a promise on that his playing time must be increased. Then Omar Richards, bit up and down his form, 25-year-old fullback from Bayern, 1.5 million, a steal at that price, 37 appearances, 6 subs, 4 assists and 6.99. Just got a few injuries towards the end of the season and his performance is tailed off. But again, a good signing there, much better than Junior Firpo in my opinion. Another brilliant signing, Brendan Aronson. We've got him in real life. We got him for 14 million. From Red Bull Salzburg. 37 appearances, 3 subs, 5 goals and 7 assists, a 6.97 average rating. So half a dozen really good signings. I don't think we had any bad signings. We've made a couple of younger players that we signed for the under-23s. Mads Bidstrup from Brentford. He's a defensive midfielder. He might come through next season. Really good in the transfer market. Let's have a look at the transfers out then. The last one to go out, Matthijs Klick, 32-year-old now. He's gone to Al Sadd, the Arabic team, for 800,000. Board not quite happy with the transfer fee there, but he's been playing mainly in the under-23s all season, and I really felt I owed it to him to let him go, although he didn't quite like it when I said he could come back any time. He threw a strop and says I'm never coming back. So unfortunately Matthijs Klick leaving, not so happy. Robin Koch again started playing earlier on this season, wanted more game time, and he's gone to Lyon for 9.25 million. Maybe should have kept him, but I wanted to bring Cresswell through, but it's Disasi who grasped the metal and became Strauch's central defensive partner. Again, similar with Diego Llorente, 29-year-old. He's gone to Arabic team Shabab Al Ali, 8.5 million, 35 appearances and 3 goals, 3 assists, 7.27. I don't know whether those actual appearances are for their new club. They possibly are. So he's doing well in Arabic football. Helder Costa never got a look in. Went to Rayo Vallecano, £4 million, a big loss on what we paid for him. But he, again, is doing well. 40 appearances, 7 goals, 4 assists. Kun Temetskov has gone to Charlton. Bobby Camwa, Crawley. Lawrence de Bock finally went to Pek Zwolle. And Alfie McCalmont, Fortuna Dusseldorf. Adam Forshaw to Fulham for 2.4 million again, giving him a transfer. He needs to be playing at his age, and didn't play that much really for Fulham. 6 appearances, 7 sub, and 6.63, not too brilliant. Harry Christie, young keeper, has gone to Ross County, and we got rid of Kiko Casilla to Elche on a free transfer. So a lot of older players going, as we've seen. 6 good signings coming in, and 1 or 2 others, younger players in the under-23s getting ready to come through. So let's have a look at the results then from this season. How it unfolded, the board expected us to reach the 5th round in the FA Cup. We actually won it, so we did well in that with Tayo Iwani, 5 goals, and the board absolutely delighted that we won the FA Cup. This was how we got through. Nottingham Forest, 3rd round, 2-1 at home. 4th round, Swansea away, 2-0. 5th round, Tottenham at home, 3-0, in which Alvarez Martinez got a couple of goals on his debut. Quarter-final, West Brom away, 2-1. And then the All-Yorkshire semi-final at Wembley. 3-2 we got through against Sheffield United to get to the final, where we beat Liverpool with a goal from Iwaniyi. So that's the FA Cup. The Carabao Cup, not so good. Knocked out in the 2nd round by Sheffield United. We got our own back on Sheffield United by beating them in the FA Cup, but 3-1. We played a much rotated team, and Sheffield United the better on the day. Probably better that we got out of it. So the Premier League, and we finished 6th and qualified for the Europa League. We'd already qualified through the FA Cup, but we also double qualified through the league as well. 20 goals for Tayo Iwani in the league. Board are pleased that the team have qualified. C+. Think that should be a lot higher than that for finishing 6th. 61 points from our 38 games, above Tottenham on goal difference, and a good 10 points behind 5th and 13 points behind the Champions League spots. Liverpool winning the league with 100 points from Man City. Liverpool far the better team in the league. So the results, we started off pretty well, just 1 defeat away to Man City, but wins, draws, and then we had a bad run in October. We had 2, 4, 5 successive defeats, a draw, and then another defeat. We got back to winning ways then with a 1-0 win over Everton. Then a draw, and then we beat Man U at home 2-0. Another draw, a win, 2 draws, quite a long unbeaten run. And then we had a disastrous game against Liverpool away, 6-1. Liverpool really thrashed us in that one. But that seemed to get us our act together, and we went on another unbeaten run there until we lost 3-2 at home to Newcastle towards the end of the season. A game where, again, Newcastle, everything they touched went in, and it was a late Shackleton goal that got us back to 3-2. And finishing off with, as you've seen recently, a 10-goal thriller at Leicester, in which we took the lead and made it 5-4 through Strauch in the 1st minute of injury time. But Leicester hit back and equalised. I think it was the 4th or 5th minute of injury time. That man Barnes, he got 4 goals in the game, and we ended up with a point, but enough to get above Tottenham on goal difference. And again, quite a satisfying season to finish 6th. So that's the season's results. Let's have a look at the moments to remember then. The biggest win, 4-0, home to Wolves, early on in the season, 21st of August. Rafinha 2 and Iwaniyi 2. All the goals coming in the first half. Match to remember is a 4-0 against Leicester at home in September. Rafinha with a penalty. Iwaniyi making it 2-0. And then after the sending off, Gelhardt on a sub scored 2 in injury time to make it 4-0. Goal of the season, Jack A. Harrison on the 6th of August in the 2-0 home win against Brighton. Good goal from Harrison as he rounds off a mazy run by scoring a curling shot from 21 metres. Let's see if we can see that one then. Harrison's goal of the season, picks the ball up out near the touchline, comes inside left foot, pokes it in with his left foot into the corner, and goalkeeper no chance. So let's have a look at the finances then. How did we manage to get these 6 players in and how much did we spend. So the club's reputation not changed over the past season. No new sponsorship deals. Sponsorship bringing us in 31.18 million, a slight increase on the previous season. Broadcast revenue up greatly, up from 19 million to 94 million. Corporate and hospitality, again, great increase, just over $500,000 to nearly 4 million. Competition prize money trebled nearly, 11.67 to 32.38, and match day commercial and retail up from 221,000 to 1.56 million. So all income streams increasing. Merchandise, 2.5 million of merchandise sales, only 250,000 of that being abroad, so that's an area where we need to increase. 18,551 shirts sold. The following players: Rafinha, Phillips, Awoniyi, Harrison and Dallas were the top sellers. So let's have a look how we lined up and our best 11. Pretty straightforward, this one. Team we've gone with most of the season. No real surprises in there. The only thing possibly is it's 4-2-4, whereas we played 4-1-2-3 most of the times. And Bamford didn't get a look in towards the end of the season, but he's in our team of the season in this lineup. So we've got Ayling at right back, Richards left back, Meslier in goal, Disasi and Strauch. Great central defensive partnership, allied with Calvin Phillips in front. Aronson would play normally further forward than that for most of the time. Rafinha on the right, Dan James on the left, and Awoniyi and Bamford. So I would suggest that Harrison would have played on the left instead of Bamford, and I don't know. He'd probably played instead of Dan James for me, but who else is missing? Aronson instead of Bamford, and Shackleton instead of Aronson probably. So not quite right, but this is what they've come up with, the lineup being 4-2-4. And against lower teams here, I would probably play the two forwards. Awoniyi, 25 goals. Rafinha doing also well, 15 goals and 7 assists. And Brendan Aronson, 5 goals and 7 assists. Mainly the goals coming from Awoniyi and Rafinha. Bamford only played 10 games, 3 assists and 4 goals. So the accolades. The player awards: Rafinha, fans player of the season. Young player of the season, Meslier. Signing of the season is Livakovic. So I would say Awoniyi was definitely my signing of the season. Goal of the season, which we've seen, Jack Harrison, but couldn't get in the team at the end of the season. Top goal scorer, Awoniyi with 25. Rafinha, top assists, 7. Most man of the matches, Rafinha, 4. So Rafinha definitely having a good season and proving that he's made the wrong move going to Barcelona. Highest average rating, Meslier, 7.3. Much of that must be said. He was pressed by Livakovic. He got an international goalkeeper sitting on the bench and pushing you. That's brought the best out of Meslier. Most passes per 90 minutes, 84 per 90 from Calvin Phillips. Keeping him was vital. And record breakers, most overall goals in the season. This is to do with Football Manager. It's not overall in the real life history. Most assists by a player, and it's basically all the awards that we've seen on the other side, except 15 clean sheets for Meslier. And worst discipline, who else but Calvin Phillips. 8 yellow cards, no reds. It's not bad for a season for Calvin, that 8 yellow cards in the whole season. So let's have a look at history in the making. So hard work and effort paid off on the pitch. Such a feat didn't go around at the end of the season awards ceremony. 3-0 leads against Tottenham, as I said. Alvarez Martinez getting a couple, and Bamford in that crucial victory over Tottenham to get us to the FA Cup final. And Team Talk saying Leeds owe everything to a fantastic start to the season. Gave them the foundation they needed. Yeah, okay then. So that's our review of the season, and we look forward to probably strengthening the team in the close season and coming back with a European journey, and also possibly trying to get into the top 4, but definitely again qualifying in the top 6. So next season we're expected to finish in the top half. Should be a minimum at least and Euro Cup, reach the second round knockout as a minimum. As again, I don't see any problems with that in the Europa League. Pretty low bar when it comes to the expectations of the board at the moment. Just top half finishes. I'm sure after this season we can do better than that, but I'm not going to tell the chairman that. So let's have a look. Can we see what our budget is? So here are the budgets then, and a massive just over 61 million in the transfer budget. I'm certainly probably not going to spend that amount unless we can get a star player, a very good player interested. I may put most of that on that said player. It's whatever our scouts come up with. We've had some good transfer business this last season. The wage budget, 1.35 million. That gives us about 150,000 a week. So again, maybe one player in, maybe a couple of cheaper options, 25 million players. As I say, depends what the scouts come up with. So that's the budget. Let's see how we spend that in our next episode. Don't miss that one. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll hopefully see you next time. If there's anything you want to say, please do so in the comments. I will interact with everybody that does post a comment. Thank you very much for now. See you next time.